Hello everyone and welcome back to more Crash Bandicoot Free Warp for the PlayStation. And in this episode, I don't know why I'm going up to this warp room. We will be finishing off this warp room and hopefully going on to the other one. But one quick thing that we've got to do is this. I forgot to do this last episode actually. And because I've been collecting most relics, I think we've got around 15 by now or 20? I don't know, or so. But we've unlocked this level now because we need a certain number of relics in order to do this. And this is Area 51, a motorbike stage. But it's not just any ordinary motorbike stage, as this one is similar to racing and that, but instead you're going in the dark, and I found that wheelie at the beginning great. And honestly, I like this a lot actually. It gives quite a unique thing to, you know, going on bikes and stuff, because it was set in like 1950s highway or something. I don't know, I might correct myself with an annotation saying that because I'm terrible when it comes to history of games. But, you know, this one is similar or so, but it's in the dark and you've got these aliens. It's quite a nice mix if you ask me. Not to mention there's also this very familiar sound that plays whenever you come into contact with an alien spaceship. At least that's what I find anyway. It sounds similar to the Wrath of Cortex. You'll see what I mean later. A bit out of place, yeah, there you go. See, that noise right there? Doesn't that sound similar to something used in the Wrath of Cortex? That's what I find anyway. Because, you know, I just missed the box. That's great. So we're going to have to go through this level again. Oh well. Mainly because, you know, the crystal in this, since there's no crystals in the secret rooms, basically you just got to go to the end and instead you get a gem. So there's two gems in this. One of them's, you know, if you get to the end of the level, and the other one's if you collect all the boxes. But since I missed one, it's pointless going back for it, so I'm just going to have to go with the flow and just try to win in first place, which is unlikely, but we'll just see how it all happens in recording. As long as I keep calm and just remain focused, I guess. Plus, I've got to say, I've realised this, I'm playing this on an emulator and so, and this is without the vibration feature or anything. But for those of you who are unaware, Crash Bandicoot 3 does have a vibration feature. So, like, in the motorbike levels and that, trust me, it's quite a good feature, actually, to have in this sort of thing, because it's really fitting. I mean, I'm on a motorbike, come on. You know, I want to get an experience or something, I guess, I'm not sure, really. But either way, I'm just going to continue going through this level. It's not really much to talk about. Instead, I'm just going through this level trying to come in first. But I think I failed. Because there's an alien spaceship there, but I don't think I'm going to overtake him. No, I'm not. Great. So he came home with nothing. Fantastic. Okay, let's try this again this time. Hopefully we won't screw up. But as I was saying, you know, with like the vibration features in the game, because I'm playing this on an emulator through an ISO, because I may have discussed this before, but I would play this on my original PS1, but I don't really have a capture card or anything. Plus my disk drive on my laptop is terrible, so it'd be pointless trying to run the game from that, so I'm having to run it through an ISO. Oh god, I nearly missed that box then. So, you know, that's why I can't really talk about it or anything. I just thought I'd tell you, just in case if you're thinking of buying the game and that, because it's a really good game. This is my personal favourite Crash game, ever. Although you can have your favourites if you want, I don't mind. This one's just always stuck out to me, I guess. Mainly the music, times and everything, but I've already discussed through this, you know, throughout the LP, so still. It's quite useful actually in this, because with the spaceships being far away, they're not as noisy as the Doom buggies or so, because I can hear the music loud and clear, and I don't have to worry about any lag or anything. So that helps out a lot. So let's not miss those boxes. Yeah, that's better. Because, you know, just the alien spaceship, they just make the noises when you go up to them, whereas the Doom buggies have, like, some depth to their noises, and it can be a bit annoying, I guess. Not annoying where it makes me hate the game or anything, but just, you know, a slight issue, I guess. It looked like I just virtually touched that police car just then. God, Crash can be dangerous when he rides his motorbike sometimes. Good God. I love some of the sound effects in this though. Honestly, you know where I was on about before saying that a certain level reminds me of a thing in the Mega Drive series? It reminds me of Road Rash, that one. Except nowhere near like it. Like, I don't see Crash punching people off bikes or kicking them even. He's not doing that, that's for sure. But anyway, let's try and not miss any boxes, please, because we're near the end and I'd just rather get through this first try. Well, it looks like we're not going to get first or anything, but hey, at least we got the gem because we got all the boxes. And wait, are we going to get this as well? Oh my god, good grief, I thought it was going to come first. Okay, looks like I've lost. Darn it. Great, I just hit a policeman at the very end. Oh, God. Okay, it'll be a miracle, actually, if we get this one. Because I'm really near the spaceship, but... Nah, I've got no chance. Oh, well. Okay, there we go. I'm in front of the spaceship, he's got no chance of catching up. So can we just please end this level and get this gem? Not crystal. Gem. See? Well, that took longer than expected. My timer is currently saying like 11 minutes, and I don't know how far we are into the video after editing, but either way, I'll make sure it's short. There's more stuff to do. I'm not just going to show off this in this episode. But anyway, yeah, we'll come back for the relic and have time in that one. But now we're going to move on to an entirely different level, which is really awesome, actually. This is probably one of my memorable moments from the game seeing these levels, as it supports time travel, and, you know, I thought this is probably one of the obvious ones. And sure enough, that's set in the future, with Future Frenzy.
So, Crash Bandicoot, we meet again. Uka Uka and Dr. Cortex want me to teach you a lesson. Well, I've made a few modifications to my mechanics since our last encounter. So back off or be deleted.
Ooh. I don't know about you, but I always found Engine a really, really cool villain in the Crash Bandicoot series. Glad to see that he made it back in titles like, you know, Crash Team Racing and all that. He's a pretty good villain. I like his design and everything. Reminds me of, like, the Terminator. Well, as a kid, I didn't really know what the Terminator was, but I don't know. I just found him, like, some really cool villain with, like, a robot design and all that. Also, this music in this stage, very suitable to it, if you ask me. I mean, it's set in the future, and if you just listen to this, it sounds pretty funky, actually. Especially for a Crash Bandicoot game. Or shall I say a PS1 game in general. But those enemies, oh god, they're annoying. This is the thing in this level, you gotta watch your step most of the time. And it's also gonna have this thing that's similar to, what was it? It was either Tomb Time or Sphinxinator, where we had to do some backtracking in order to get all the boxes. Where we had to take like a death route, I think it was? Oh no, I think it was Sphinxinator. Possibly? I can't remember personally, but you know, that level where we had to do some backtracking, and also like in Dynamite. So it's here as well, and if anything, it's really difficult, this one, but we'll get onto that a bit later, as I don't really want to show it off now, because I can't. It's in the secret room, that's what I'm going to say. And also a really long 2D section in this. Also trying to get the platinum relic in this, oh god, it's so satisfying. There's a particular moment in this level where you have to like do really good timing by doing, not that, by doing, you know, the, what is it, the slide. You have to like press the slide at the right moment. It's very, very exciting trying to do it. Good grief, I actually landed on him that time. I have no idea what happened before. Half the time when I talk, things happen though. So that's a shame. Also watch your step on those things or else you could fall, and I'm being obvious again, great. But later on we're going to come across this new power-up which makes these levels so much easier, as well as the game, but honestly, it's a good thing that it's optional to be used, because I don't find it the most satisfying, but I won't reveal what it is, you know, for spoiler reasons and all that, although you should know that already, so I'm not really going to be going into any details about that. What's are these? I don't know what these things are. They remind me of like bumblebees in the future or something, I guess. I'm not too sure. But either way, I know I like doing one thing, and that's this. I could take out this enemy by spinning at it, but if I step on this TNT and just watch it below. I like how the design does that, you know, like gives you a preference or so you don't always have to do it the way they expect you to. You can use your own will to defeat enemies and all. I don't know. Let's hope that I land on that. I was kind of scared there if I was going to, like, you know, land onto it and just show off another great death animation. I might show it off in a bonus video. I'm actually thinking about that, showing off most of the death animations in the bonus video because they are hilarious. But if I want to be careful in this bit. I could have taken that thing and tried to go over it, but I just prefer jumping on TNTs instead. Again, you might find me a bit weird trying to... Oh wow, I've got 99 lives. That's the maximum amount. But you know, you might find me a bit weird trying to get all the boxes even though we don't need to. But like I said, it's, you know, it's Crash Bandicoot. If I just go through a single level without breaking a single box, it does not feel like a Crash Bandicoot game to me at all. Which is the reason why I like doing it, you know? It's different. Also, the music for the bonus rounds is pretty good remix, if you ask me. Most of the music in the game is awesome. But anyway, we got all the boxes, and now we can head back. Another reason why I also like showing off the boxes here is so that when I go back to this level, I don't have to show off where the boxes are in one go because I've already done it before, and you know, it just makes it easier for myself, I guess. That, and it was just coincidence. The main reason is because I like breaking boxes in my spare time. But this is what I mean by the slide. Doing that while trying to speedrun this level with the running power and that is so much fun. Because it kills off loads of time and it's just awesome. In my opinion, anyway. Also, I never got these bits where like you have to move that way and then back in again. I know it's to add something different, but again, I find it slightly pointless in some areas. It doesn't make it bad or anything, but you know, you just sometimes think, what was the point in that? You know? Oh god. Thank god, I thought I was gonna land on that, then that wouldn't have been good. But here, 96 boxes out of 133. We need to take an alternate route in order to get all the boxes. So we can't really get the gem for now. So all we have is just the crystal. Okay, now that Future Frenzy's done, we're now going to go back to a similar level, but with a really cool pun. Reference to the PS1 as well. Tomb Wader. Oh god. And honestly, this is probably the slowest level in the game. I still like this level though. Some people hate it, some people love it. I for one really enjoy it. Basically, the water rises and you gotta try not to drown. Anytime it rises, stay at the top and try not to poof like a balloon. But yeah, after killing that guy, try and, you know, not to stay below the water, otherwise you'll drown, as Crash Bandicoot can't swim. I never got that with some video game characters though, where in like their first one they couldn't swim, but later on they could. I mean, it's like, you know, Spyro in Spyro the Dragon. If he touched water or something, he couldn't swim, as he got damaged. But in Spyro 2, he could swim. Well, I heard like he'd learnt that from Moneybags or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Spyro 2, so I can't really say for sure. But you know, it's something weird or something, I guess. Just the fact that they suddenly know how to swim. I mean, how did Rayman learn how to swim in Rayman 2? You know? In Rayman 1, if you touch water, you die. But apparently in Rayman 2, he knows how to swim underwater. Plus in Rayman 3 with these propellers. Ah, there we go. That's good. Yeah, that's the tactic if you want to get that box. If you hit that box, you know, with the exclamation mark, you've pretty much screwed up for yourself. So try not to do that. Also, I've noticed if you tap like the X button with good timing and all. What the hell happened there? I must have fallen down so high that Crash fell on his face. But if you tap the X button, you know, at the right moment, you can do a really high jump like that, or a high bounce, shall I say, which makes it a bit easier. Good grief, I wasn't really paying attention there. And this, great. To make it easy, I'm going to do a slight jump like this so I can just go over it. Brilliant. And now, hit this. I was supposed to get that life before, wasn't I? I don't mind, I've got 98. What's the difference? We got all 25 boxes, let's just head out of here. We're also going to do a similar thing to what we did before in High Time. You know, where we got like the colour gem and then we killed ourselves in order to get the grey gem as well. I might as well do that here because, might as well, I mean it makes it easier for myself and saves me backtracking. But I haven't actually gone on about this. But I'm pretty sure you can see it anyway, you know, due to the gameplay footage. Just don't go below the water when it rises up, because you'll drown. But surely he would just put on his scuba diver kit. Speaking of which, where does he get his scuba diver kit? Anyway, I don't know, it's just a video game. Why am I taking this seriously? Also, I don't know if this happens or not. I can't really remember, but I don't know if Aku, you know, the mask and that protects you whilst you're underwater. Because I think even if you haven't, you're gonna die immediately. Also, these guys, if you just slide at them, makes it a whole lot easier. Just trying to jump past them is already a nightmare. So just doing it like that makes it a ton easier. Oh, I've just realised something. We can't take that because that was required to get here without dying. And of course I died due to puffing like a balloon. So we're probably going to have to come back to this level as well. Ah, that's a shame. I wanted to do it in one run, but never mind. Oh well. I mean, I can't stop the recording here. Might as well carry on, I guess. We can get the crystal and the gem at least. And at least with the Death Ray, I don't have to worry about getting all the boxes anyway. So there's some advantage. Question, what has this got to do with Tomb Raider? I'll admit, I haven't really played a lot of Tomb Raider in my life. I used to play it a long time ago, but honestly I can't remember much from it. But what has this level in particular got to do with Tomb Raider? Like, is this what Lara Croft does? Does she go to places where water rises? I'm not sure, really. Either way, I couldn't really care. And I think I'm going to drown if I'm not careful. Good. Just made that just in time. So that makes it easier. And am I worried about those apples? Nah, not really. I'm pretty sure I can lay off them for now. You'd be surprised actually, when we hit the nitro box, you know, the one with the exclamation mark at the end, you'd be surprised how many boxes it takes out. It takes out quite a bit of them. Because most of them are actually in the death routes that I was supposed to take, but until I realised that I died. I don't understand how I could forget that I died. That's weird. Oh well. Can't be helped. How are we for boxes anyway? 65. Oh, not too far off, I guess. And oh god, I think I'm gonna die here. Okay, maybe not. Whoa, good grief. Wow, that was close. I'm not very emotional when it comes to these things. Either way, we got the gem and we got the crystal. Shame we didn't get the coloured gem, but we can come back to that later. And I mean later by literally in the next episode, because unfortunately, with all the crystals, that means we are at the boss fight already. Where'd that go? Oh well. But still, have we got time for it though? My timer says 23 minutes. I don't know how long it is at the moment. I'm assuming around... should I? Yeah, you know what, why not? So, you think we're going to take on Engine as this guy, right? Well, you know where I said Coco steals a lot of the limelight? She also does with the boss.
So, you want to go a few rounds? When this is over, we'll see who's obsolete.
Okay, now this is probably one of the more unusual boss fights in Crash Bandicoot. Well, that is until Wrath of the Cortex. But this plays similar to Star Fox 64, I guess. Makes sense, considering you do a barrel roll in, like, the flying stages. But this is honestly... when I saw this first as a kid, I thought, oh my god, this is awesome. Main reasons why? One, I was playing as Coco, and I'd never fought a boss before as Coco Bandicoot, so that was a pleasant surprise. But I was also in, like, this giant spaceship shooting this giant robot, you know, it just felt... it did not feel like Crash Bandicoot at all, but I loved it to pieces as a kid. Like, this boss fight has always been memorable, but I still prefer end trophies. I don't know why, it's because it's just the charm of it. Like, end trophy is a character, the actual setting for it and all that. Because honestly, the only problem I have with this is that the music for Engine's boss fight is good, but you can't hear it because of these sound effects. Like, yeah, this is pretty much the soundtrack here. It's me just firing these things, making these weird sound effects. Yep, that's it. That's the song to his theme, I guess. Either way, if you just listen to it without the sound effects, it sounds pretty neat. Oh, cool, and Pura's joined us for some reason. What's she doing here anyway, or is it he? Yeah, I think it's a he. I don't know what's he doing here. I mean, what's he supposed to do? Will he protect me or something? I mean, he's not really doing much, is he? Oh well, I guess he's there. Also, try not to get hit by those, laser pink, purple things, whatever they are, I don't know. But try not to get hit by them, as they do a bit of damage, I guess. It's funny how I say that when I just take a hit just there. Never mind, I'm alright. But either way, this boss fight's pretty good. I might have to turn down the volume, actually, after editing, because there's a lot of noise going on. I can't even hear myself half the time. But on that bit, it's mainly just take out the middle bit that shoots like this thing that you have to keep shooting in order to blow up. You know, like that yellow dot that was after me? And then just take out those purple lasers, and then just head for this bit. That's my tactic to getting this guy done. And honestly, I think it works pretty well. A lot of people seem to do it that way anyway when they're fighting this guy.
Not again!
And time for the coolest power-up ever, Fruit Bazooka. Trust me, you'll find this one amazing.
It's funny how history repeats itself. Yet again, Engine has failed to defeat you. For this we must destroy you! Oh, my aching head. I'm not feeling myself these days. So the end is in sight. Gather another 5 crystals, and again you will have foiled my plan. Or will you?
Or will we? That's quite a good cliffhanger from Cortex right there. But still, I just love how Uka just jumps in and then just acts all evil for no reason and goes back to Cortex again. You just think, wow, sudden change of character right there. But either way, we got 99 lives. Well, that's different. I didn't think I'd reach it like that, but oh well. I guess due to playing this so many times in my childhood, it's become second nature. I'm cool with that. In the next episode of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, we will be going onwards to this next warp room, going across some time relics, and also collecting the coloured gem which I was supposed to collect, but due to me being unaware of my deaths, that didn't happen. And you know what, I might as well save, because I found this thing that helps out a lot actually. I can save this another data as well, so like, mainly I don't save because of recording reasons, like if something goes wrong, but right there, there's like 2 of them at the moment, so if I just save this one it's fine, and if something goes wrong I can just go on that one, and then just save it to the other one again. You know, acts as a good form of backup, and it saves me backtracking. It'll help out a lot. So anyways, yes, I'd like to overwrite that one. Take care guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Fruit Bazooka.